Hello students, welcome back. In the last session we have studied basic structure of XHTML document. In today's session we will discuss basic text markup. HTML, it is the language which is used to create web pages. HTML, it is made up of tags, and we have seen the basic syntax of HTML tags as well. These tags are used to display contents on the web page. So today we will study some basic tags which are used in HTML, XHTML. So let's start. First is paragraph tag. As the name suggests, paragraph tags are used to display paragraph of text in the HTML. Paragraph tag uses a tag. The tag looks like this. In angular brackets we have P. Then we have to include the content which is to be displayed in paragraph, and then the closing paragraph tag. So paragraph tag comes in pair, that is open and close. Then we have a line break. The tag is BR. Again, there is no closing tag for this because BR tag do not include any content. BR tag it is used to create a new line, that is like we use slash n in programming language to add a new line. In HTML we use a BR tag. Then preserving white space, we have a pre tag which preserves the white space. We will study about this tag later on. Then we have heading tags, that is H1 till H6. All the heading tags can be used to display heading text. Again, when I say heading, it has a proper formatting like bold font, and the size is larger than the main body of the content. So we have totally 6 different heading tags. So we will discuss about heading tags again in the later session. Then block quotation. For that we use a tag block quote. Again, it has a content, so we have a open and close tag. Then there are font style and size tags as well, like a tag B which is used to make text bold, I which is used to make text italic. Like this we have other font style tags. Then character entities like ampersand LT, ampersand GT, which are used to display greater than and less than symbols. Ampersand NBSP, which is used to display a space, single character space. So these character entities can also be used to display some special symbols which cannot be directly printed on the web page. Then horizontal rule, for that we have a HR tag which simply adds a horizontal line on the web page. Then we have a meta element, a meta tag which stores information about the web page, which is helpful for the search engines. So one by one we will discuss these tags. So let's start with the first tag, that is paragraph tag. As I've said, paragraph tag, it is used to display text. So text is normally placed in a paragraph element. Whenever you want to display some paragraph of text on a web page, that text needs to be included inside a paragraph tag. The paragraph element, so P tag is what P tag does, that P tag breaks the current line. So whenever you use a P tag, what it does, it breaks the current line, means it creates a new line. Then it inserts a blank line first, it adds a blank line, then the new line gets the beginning of the content of a paragraph. So what paragraph tag does, it breaks the current line, creates a new line, and then adds its content, whatever content we add in the paragraph, that is printed, and again a new line is inserted at the end. So let us see this with an example. I'll open Notepad for the same. Okay, so this is our Notepad++, and this was our earlier file. So this is a basic structure of XHTML document. Every XHTML document should have at least this much part. So in every document you should include at least this much code. So whatever we want to display on the web page, that has to be always added inside the body tag. So we have a body tag here. Inside this body tag we have to add the content which we want to display on the web page. Let's say I want to display some paragraph of text. I have copied some paragraph of text here in the new file. I'll just take this text, I'll copy it from here, I'll paste it here inside the body. Right now I am not making use of any tag there inside the body, no paragraph tag is used. Let's verify its output first. So I'll just go to the location where I have saved the file. The file name, if you can see here, it is hello.html. It is in D drive. So I'll go to D drive, I'll open this file. Now this is the output of the file when I executed it. Now when I add the content inside the paragraph tag, what difference this will give to the content, that we will see now. I'll add the complete content first inside the paragraph, then we'll add only a single line into a paragraph so that we can understand it in a better way. So paragraph open, and this is the last line, so after this I'll close the paragraph. Okay, so paragraph is closed. I'll take it on the next line, doesn't matter. So inside paragraph open and paragraph close we have this lines of text. I'll save it. Again I'll go back to the browser now, and I'll just refresh the page for the new changes to get applied. Now upon refreshing the page, you can see right now you cannot see any other changes in the content. This is because there is a single paragraph of text right now available in the document, so you cannot see any difference in here. Now let's say if I create one more paragraph in that. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll add one more paragraph into it. And inside this paragraph again I'll add the same text. I'll just copy it. And I'll save it, and let us refresh the page. Now you can see there is a difference. When I added the second paragraph, the paragraph tag, what it does, it breaks the current line. The current line was this at that time. It breaks the current line, adds a new line over here. You can see a blank line before that, adds a new line over there, then inserts the content from the beginning of a new line. So this is what paragraph tag does. So whenever you want to display some lines of text on the web page, you have to always use a paragraph tag inside the body tag. Okay, so this is about the paragraph tag. Next one more important thing is that is W3C HTML validation service. There is a website which can be used to validate our HTML document, and this website has a URL that is validator.w3.org/file-upload.html. So you can use this website and you can upload your HTML document on that website, and that website will produce a detailed report about your HTML document. It simply validates your document, it checks your document for the correct syntax, and if it is as per the syntax, it will simply display the details about the document. So you can go to this URL, and you can upload your HTML file to check if it is according to the rules of HTML. Okay, then we have a next basic markup, that is line break. We call it as BR tag. Okay, so BR tag, the effect of BR tag is the same as of paragraph except for the blank line. There is no closing tag for BR. Okay, so the effect of BR is almost same like a paragraph tag, but BR will not add an extra blank line. In case of paragraph, if you look at the output here, there is an extra blank line. Okay, so this is a blank line in between, you can see extra blank line, and that is because of the paragraph tag. If I change that paragraph tag and if I make it as BR tag, now let's say this was my paragraph tag, I'll just remove it, and instead of paragraph, if I use a break tag BR, now look at the effect of this. I'll just save it and let us execute it. So refresh it, it will automatically execute. Okay, so you can see whenever you use a break tag, now we have used a break tag before this particular line of text, and because of that this line of text has been moved to the next line, but there is no blank line inserted. Remember, there is no blank line. But in case of paragraph tag, if I use a paragraph tag, now go back to the code. Now you can see this is the break tag in between which has been used. I have removed even the paragraph tag for the first paragraph, because whenever I add a paragraph for the first also, it inserts a new line at the beginning and new line at the end also. Now for better understanding, I have removed a paragraph from there. I have inserted a break tag in between these two paragraphs, and the output of that is this. Only because of that break tag, the line has been moved to this content has been moved to a next line. If I even remove this break tag, what will happen? Just look at this. If I remove the new line break tag, and if I refresh the page, now you can see that paragraph has been moved to the first line itself. Okay, so one more important thing to understand here, the browser simply ignores the line break which we insert in the HTML document. Now in this file we have some line breaks here. So this is the first line, you say, and this is the second line, this is the third line is blank, fourth line, fifth line, like that. But in HTML document, the contents are always displayed on the same line until it reaches the right boundary. See, I am adding some contents here. I am adding A on one line, then I am adding B, then on the third line C, okay, and D. Now each of those character has been added on a new line, but when I execute this, those characters will be displayed on the same line. You can see here A, B, C, D, because browser ignores the line breaks. Browser ignores the line breaks. But suppose the programmer wants the line breaks. Programmer wants each of these characters to be on the new line. Then what he can do? What he can do is he can use either a paragraph tag. Now he can use a paragraph tag like this, PA, for every character. Okay. Now you can see it has been displayed on new line. There is a blank line A, blank line B, B also, after B also we have a blank line because of the paragraph tag it is. Okay, or what we can do is, instead of paragraph you can add a break tag. BR, So break, break, even I'll add a break here, break. Okay, so I can add one more break, so let it be. Now look at the output. This was the output when I added a paragraph tag. Now once I refresh, again just look at the changes. Now you can see the changes. This is because of break tag. Because of break tag, yes, the contents are displayed on the next line, new lines, but there is no blank line in between. But when I used a paragraph, there was a blank line in between. So that is the difference between a paragraph and a break tag. So break tag, it is like a /n which we use in programming to create a new line. Okay. So that is about a break tag. Then we have a next tag, that is heading tags. Heading tags. As I've said, heading tags are used to display some headings on the web page. So we have 6 different heading tags from 1 to 6. So all the 6 different heading tags has 6 different sizes. So 6 sizes, that is 1 to 6, specified with H1 to H6 tag. H1 has the highest font and H6 has a lowest font. Now 1, 2 and 3 use font size that are larger than the default font size. Now when you use H1, H2 and H3, it uses a font size which is larger than the default font size. Every browser has its default font size. It may be 8 points or 10 points or in some cases 12 points. So every browser has a default font size. And when you use those heading tags, that is H1, H2 and H3, the size of H1, H2, H3 is always larger than the default font size. Whereas H4 uses the default font size. Whatever the default font size, the same will be for H4, whereas H5 and 6 use smaller font sizes than the default font size. Okay, let us see an example based on this also. Okay, let's go back to our file. Now what I'll do is I'll use a heading tag, that is I'll use H1. In H1 I'll add the basic text markup. Okay, and H1 is closed. Okay, so I'll copy this. Now let us execute this first and verify the output. Now you can see how it is displayed. The content of H1 tag is displayed in larger fonts. That is why it is said a heading tag, which is used to display headings on the web page. Now if I display some content inside H2 tag now, so instead of H1 I'll use H2. And if I execute it, you can see again H2 is also used to display heading, but the size of a font, it is a bit smaller than the H1, and the same is for H3. It is smaller than H2, H4 it is smaller than H3, and so on. So let me add all the tags now. H3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is H3, H4, H5 and H6. Okay, So even closing tags 3, 4, 5 and H6. So let us save this and execute. You can see the font sizes. This is the highest font size, H1, H2, H3. Up till H3 it uses a font size larger than the default. H4 uses the same font as the default font, and the last two uses a font size is smaller than the default font. All of those tags are used to display headings on the web page. Okay, this is about the heading tags, and with this we will stop here today. We will study the other markups in the next session. Thank you.